Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance. Welcome to the 2020 Fort Bend ISD graduation ceremonies. Thank you for joining us as we celebrate the Fort Bend ISD class of 2020. Fort Bend ISD has implemented several health and safety measures in accordance with Texas Education Agency and CDC guidelines. If you are experiencing any symptoms related to COVID-19 or have been exposed to someone with the virus within the last 14 days, please do not attend today's ceremony and instead watch our live video stream. Please remember to practice safe social distancing at all times by remaining at least 6 feet away from anyone outside of your household at all times, including as you enter and exit today's venue. TEA guidelines state that up to 5 members of the same household may sit together in the audience, and all groups must be at least 6 feet away from any other family group at all times. We appreciate your cooperation to ensure the safety of all in attendance.
Please be seated. Good morning. Isn't it a beautiful day to celebrate the Elkins Nights? I'm Charles Dupree, and I'm superintendent of Fort Bend ISD. And as we open today's commencement ceremony for the class of 2020, I want to recognize that today's ceremony is different and unique because of the COVID-19 pandemic. We have moved to this stadium from Smart Financial Center. We're socially distancing, and we're handing out diplomas and celebrating our graduates without the usual handshakes and hugs. It is different, but our purpose is the same. We're here to celebrate you, our class of 2020. It has been a difficult season these last 9 weeks. We have been quarantined, isolated from our community, feeling the loss of everyday life and the special events you have looked forward to for so long. We have grieved the lives of so many lost to the coronavirus. Throughout the country, citizens have protested stay-at-home orders and other restrictions put in place because of the virus, fighting for their right to return to a sense of normalcy. For many, those feelings of grief and loss were magnified by the increased racial tensions in our country. Across the U.S., citizens are currently demonstrating to show their fear, anger, and grief following the tragic, untimely death of several African American citizens. This is a society in which you have grown up, and the society in which you are graduating to take your place as a contributing adult. As you graduate, I pray that you will carry the attributes of our Fort Bend profile of a graduate with you as you navigate the future. Through history, people have used peaceful protest and violent riots to advocate for change. From the Boston Tea Party to the Civil Rights Movement to today, major change has often been preceded by protest. You have learned to raise your voice to advocate for what is right and for the things you believe in, and we do not all believe the same things. As compassionate citizens, you are to be empathetic to others, respectful and self-disciplined, improving our diverse community by being inclusive and embracing differences. And when the time comes, you exercise your right to vote. It is also important that you communicate effectively and think critically. As you step into your future, we urge you to respectfully and actively listen to others while engaging in courageous conversations. Consider all sides of an issue and always seek first to understand, then to be understood. Graduates, I am so proud of all you have learned and the strength you have shown through adversity. This is a time for us to celebrate you and your peers. Your families are here this morning to honor this milestone as we recognize where you have been and where you are going. Even though we have so many mixed emotions in our hearts because of all that is taking place in the world around us, this is a time for happiness and celebration. It is not a time for disruptive demonstration or protest. There is an appropriate time and place to have your voice heard, and when you are in that place, I challenge you to know why you are demonstrating, what you are supporting, and what you hope to accomplish by using your voice. Through thoughtful action and purposeful use of your voice in an appropriate time and place, you can make a difference. But for today, I invite you to fill your heart and mind with the joy and excitement that comes with graduating from high school. Before we proceed, I would ask you to please join me in a moment of silence to recognize the many things taking place in the world around us today, including this very special occasion. Thank you. Knights, today your class represents the vast diversity of Fort Bend ISD, the most diverse school district in the United States. Many different languages, ethnic roots from all over the world, different religions, different values, different cultures, different histories. But today, you are unified as the Elkins class of 2020, and we are gathered to celebrate you. It is my sincere hope that you will dedicate your life to being a force for positive change, a world changer who will make our great country even better and leave a lasting impact on the world in which you live. Congratulations, graduates.
Welcome to the 2020 commencement ceremony for Lawrence E. Elkins High School. My name is Deidre Lyons-Lewis. I have the honor of serving as principal at Elkins High School. Before we begin today's ceremony, I want to introduce you to our platform guests. Please hold your applause until they are all introduced. Caitlin Wynn, Valedictorian. Jessica Joy, Salutatorian. Asha Abdullah, Senior Class President. Cameron Villafana, Student Council President. Also joining us today is Dr. Charles Dupree, our Fort Bend ISD Superintendent, and representatives from our Board of Trustees. Ms. Addie Haliger, Board Vice President, Dave Rosenthal, Board Secretary, Board Member Grell James, and former Board Member KP George. A special thank you to the Elkins faculty and staff who worked tirelessly to make this celebration possible. Well, students, you did it. We ended another school year celebrating the accomplishments of students who are graduating because a group of dedicated people, your family, friends, teachers, staff, and community focused on investing in our youth who embody the attributes in the Fort Bend ISD profile of a graduate. It has been indeed 4 years, and 4 years loaded with growth, tears, laughter, lessons, flooding, wins, losses, love, and a pandemic. As the only high school with 4 feeder schools, the castle was loaded with intelligence, respect, empathy, and talent in a diverse yet caring environment. From Victoria's peanut butter and jelly wars, band trips, recycling efforts, fun spirit weeks, to study sessions and lessons learned from too much post-game football excitement at Whataburger. You all were my kids. I redirected you when I believed you needed it and defended you when I believed people forgot you were young adults. School is where mistakes are made and reminders from parents and those who love you are constant. As you navigate life, missteps will continue, and second chances that seem to appear later than you wish will be just around the corner. Know that you have the ability to change yourself, your community, and your world one person at a time. You are the difference. I sincerely wish every one of you the absolute best in life, regardless of the path you take or create. I hope that you embrace life with the smiles and genuine spirit we saw in your classmate, Timothy McSwain, who left us far too soon. I am an email or DM away when you need support, reassurance, or a reminder to always do what is right. Because when you know better, you do better. It has been both a blessing and honor to serve as your high school principal for 4 years. If life goes as I planned, you will be the only group of people to ever say that. You have earned the right to flex because low-key, you are the best students in Fort Bend ISD, no cap. Peace and love nights. Please rise for the pledges of allegiance and then opening remarks given by our salutatorian, Jessica Joy.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state, under God, one and indivisible. You may be seated. Good morning, everyone. On behalf of my classmates, I thank you for your presence and welcome you to the Elkins Class of 2020 graduation ceremony. Though it did not feel like it at the time, these last 4 years have sped by, and I am so proud to have shared this journey with each of you. As we all know, the last few months have been difficult for many reasons, and we missed out on some of the most anticipated memories of senior year. But let's not overlook the fact that today is a day to celebrate. To celebrate all the hard work, sweat, and tears that have shaped us into better people. To celebrate the knowledge gained, lessons learned, and friendships made during our time here. And most importantly, to celebrate the beginning of a new journey into a future filled with endless opportunities. Of course, none of this would have been possible without the help and support of our parents, teachers, coaches, and other staff, so I'd like to thank them as well. Our class is full of brilliant individuals just waiting to fulfill their potential, and I'm just as excited as you all to see where life takes us. Thank you.
Hello, good morning. The Lawrence E. Elkins High School senior class of 2020 has much to celebrate. Total scholarships presented to our seniors exceeded $11 million. Will the students who receive scholarships please stand to be recognized? Regular attendance is extremely important in helping us achieve our academic goals. This year, Elkins High School had 40 seniors who had perfect attendance. Will those students please stand to be recognized? The class of 2020 is also accomplished, and you may have noticed that many in front of you are wearing displays of these honors. Students, at this time, if you are an honor graduate or received an honor cord, sash, medal, or similar academic honor awards, please stand to be recognized. Congratulations to you all. We would also like to present and recognize this year's honor graduates, beginning with summa cum laude graduates. Summa cum laude graduates, please stand. These students have a grade point average of 97 or higher. Congratulations. Next, we will ask our magna cum laude students to stand and be recognized. These graduates have a grade point average between 93 and 96. Congratulations. There are students in this graduating class who have chosen to serve our country through enlistment in the military after graduation. And our cum laude graduates are next. These students finished with a grade point average between 90 and 92. Please stand and be recognized. Congratulations. There are students in this graduating class who have chosen to serve our country through enlistment in the military after graduation. Please stand and be recognized if you are joining the military after graduation. Thank you for your service to our country. Our valedictorian, Caitlin Wynn, isn't just a brilliant scholar, but a well-rounded student with various interests. During quarantine, she has found ways to be creative with grandma-like hobbies such as crocheting, embroidery, and cooking homemade pizzas. She likes thrifting and started an Instagram shop with her friends to resell clothes to be a little more environmentally conscious. Music is also a big part of her life. She's a percussionist, plays the piano, and also enjoys playing the marimba. In 5 years, she sees herself either starting med school or rethinking her entire future like many of us have been these past few months. Although we don't know what Caitlin will accomplish in the future, we do know that so far she's had many successes. The famous poet Maya Angelou once stated, "If you're always trying to be normal, you'll never know how great you can be." Caitlin achieved greatness during her time at Elkins. She received the highest score possible on 3 of her AP exams, a perfect score on the ACT, and ranked first out of the 597 people in our class. I am pleased to introduce my fellow First Colony Middle School Bobcat and future UCLA biochemistry major, our Elkins class of 2020 valedictorian, Caitlin Wynn.
Thank you, Asha. Good morning, family, friends, faculty, and hello, Elkins Knights. Thank you all for being here today, whether in person or online, to celebrate not just the end of our high school careers, but the beginning of the rest of our lives. Despite being called the class with 2020 vision, I think it's safe to say that none of us saw this coming. Even though we had no idea that a random Friday in March would mark the end of our time together, I still want to congratulate you for reaching the finish line. To begin, I'd like to express my gratitude to the people who have shaped me into the person I am today. To my family, I would be nothing without your unwavering support. Also, sorry for telling you I was going out to study when I was really out getting food. To my friends, thank you for getting food with me instead of studying. To the Elkins faculty, your dedication to your students both during and long after school hours doesn't go unnoticed. Thank you for believing us and for always making it a great day to be a night. To the band program and my directors, you have taught me so much more than music. And to Dr. Dupree, thank you for not only making Fort Bend a nurturing place for us to learn and grow, but also for leaving good tips at the ice cream shop I work at in Town Square. When it was announced that graduation would be held here at Hall Stadium, I couldn't help but reminisce about watching football games and performing here on the same field months before. I realized that even though memories like those are long gone, they hold lessons that we can immortalize. Last year, for example, our marching band show was called One, and if it wasn't obvious already, it revolved around the theme of individualism. I think that there's really no better time than now to see the power of one in action. In our current state, the choice to wash your hands, wear a mask, and practice social distancing can save lives. Every single one of us can do our part to help relieve this crisis. Now, when I look out at the crowd in front of me, I don't just see my fellow classmates. I see the faces, well, more like eyes, of talented and bright-minded individuals. I stand here before all state-level musicians, nationally ranked businessmen and women, social media influencers, respected athletes, future doctors, and members of the armed forces. Oh, and also SoundCloud rappers. I stand here before a promising future driven by strong-willed leaders. Already, we have witnessed countless tragedies together. We were born into the aftermath of 9/11. We have watched shootings affect schools across the country and close to home. We have survived hurricanes and flooding, and now we are entering adulthood in the midst of a global pandemic. Yet we've also experienced so much good. From excitedly sharing our class schedules with each other on the first day of freshman year, to cheering each other on as we got accepted into college this past semester, we've truly come full circle. Life has shown us so far that crises can bring everyday life to its knees, and that even solid-seeming things can end. But these endings are besides the point. The point is to be present while it's happening. We owe it to ourselves to reunite who we are with who we are capable of being. And we owe it to ourselves to build a better future from here on out. Like TikTok star Charli D'Amelio once said, sometimes you just need to renegade and move on. Our trials and tribulations don't end here. We each have or are going to have our own difficulties, but what matters is how we deal with them and whether or not we can learn and grow from them. Although you will face adversity, I urge you to never lose sight of the things that truly matter and to leave your mark on this world in your own way. Remember, change is possible. It just starts with one person, you. Congratulations, class of 2020. Thank you. And remember to wash your hands.
Dr. Dupree and Ms. Haliger, on behalf of Lawrence E. Elkins High School, I would like to recognize and present to you the outstanding class of 2020. These seniors have met all of the required qualifications to participate in our graduation ceremony today.
Thank you, Ms. Lyons-Lewis. I am honored to accept this outstanding class on behalf of the Fort Bend ISD. And I also want to give a special nod to the faculty and staff of Elkins High School. You help to bring the profile of a graduate to life every single day through your hard work. Let's give a round of applause to the faculty and staff. And I also think you owe your parents and family a big round of applause, too, for their partnership, love, and support along this journey. As a reminder, this is a no-contact ceremony, so shortly I will leave the stage along with our Board of Trustees so that we can congratulate our graduates downfield at an appropriate distance. And with that, I am pleased to present the Lawrence E. Elkins High School Class of 2020 to our Board Vice President, Addie Helliger. Congratulations, graduates.
Thank you, Dr. Dupree, and congratulations, Class of 2020. As I have stated in the past, graduation is a tradition that I look forward to each and every year. For this year, 2020 graduation, your senior year, and our lives in general look dramatically different. The coronavirus is challenging our routines, expectations, and traditions. COVID-19 has fundamentally shifted my belief about the importance of graduation. Living now with the understanding that it's both a privilege and a blessing to unite as one community in the celebration of the accomplishments of our amazing Fort Bend ISD students as they venture into life to shape their own future. For our team, ever more so, graduation is a culmination of the work that we do in Fort Bend ISD, which is to inspire and equip all students to pursue their future. And despite of the barriers placed before us, I stand here before you confident in the fact that all of our graduates presented here before you today have met the attributes outlined in our district's profile of a graduate. With that being said, it is both my honor and privilege on behalf of the Fort Bend ISD Board of Trustees to accept and confirm the members of the Elkins High School Class of 2020. From the beginning of this pandemic, our board kept you, the class of 2020, in mind. Because we know you have worked so hard to get to this point, in order to adhere to the TEA's guidance, we've kept participation in today's ceremony at a minimum. And so, while we are not all here together as a board, we want to share a special video message to our class of 2020. Congratulations again, graduates. Board members?
Class of 2020, we know this is not how you envisioned your senior year or graduation day, but we could not be prouder of how you've navigated this unprecedented challenge.
When Fort Bend ISD developed a profile of graduate, our goal was to develop a graduate like you, a graduate who possesses a strong, rigorous academic foundation and strong character, a graduate equipped for life.
We envisioned that you would exhibit grit and determination when faced with adversity. We can all agree that you've needed to display these characteristics in the past couple of months, and you have risen to the challenge.
Class of 2020, you've communicated and engaged with your teachers online. You've learned and grown in new ways. You've proven that you're both servant leaders and effective communicators.
We know these past few weeks haven't been easy, but you've proven that Fort Bend ISD graduates are critical thinkers. They're visionary and they're innovative. You've been compassionate citizens in your homes and in our community. You're collaborative team members and you're lifelong learners. You've been adaptable and flexible, and we're so proud of you.
Graduation is the culmination of a long and a sometimes difficult journey, and there will be challenges ahead for all of us, but we can't wait to watch you cross the stage.
We know it will look a little differently this year, but we still celebrate you and your accomplishments. As a graduate of Fort Bend ISD, you're prepared for whatever comes next and for futures beyond what you can possibly imagine.
Today, we are proud to celebrate the Elkins High School class of 2020, which consists of those who are seated in front of you. So students, if you could go ahead and make your way up.
We will now recognize each graduate individually, beginning with our valedictorian, salutatorian, and others who make up the top 10. After that, students will be called in the order in which they are seated. Valedictorian, Caitlin Wynn.
Salutatorian, Jessica Joy.
Anjali Kumar.
Andrea Akwiwu.
Milka Catherine Puthakari.
Richard Chan.
Anya Elizabeth Pazur.
Anchit Nath.
Anik Shaw.
Cam Elliott Villafana.
Asha Milan Abdullah.
Anastasia Christina Matsakos.
Janda Chen.
Logan Michael Wen.
Amine Chifchi.
Samantha Marie Perez.
Safa Javed.
Ashanti Lenice Todd.
Nithi Kundalia.
Roddy Patel.
Joshua Russell Bates Jr.
Isha Patel.
Jacob Andrew Bush.
Frazier Kelly Wilson III.
Julian Tyler Gibson.
Kelly Yvette Salazar.
Ryan Reggie George.
Sion Spencer.
Brendan Richard Alexander.
Ciara Camille Thomas.
Naya Anne Marie Houghton.
Tristan Exie Lee Unger.
Ashley Thresia Syriac.
Elizabeth Ann Euler.
Anika Demaria.
Shreya Melanji.
Sneha George.
Ojawari Daisy Tawo.
Mia Maxine Lopez.
Zuha Batul Rizvi.
Natalie Bazaria.
Salini Joseph Thachara.
Danielle Nicole Hutchinson.
Kurthavel Ramesh.
Sahana Ganesh.
Rohan Gopal Rajaram.
Mikhail Aaron Balboa Boado.
Joel Robert Marin.
Cassidy Irene Davis.
Shanuka Avishan Vijayratna.
Paige Marie Cram.
Luisa Fernanda Romero.
Anosh Sharuk Irani.
Matthew Dewan Trailer.
Preston Ryan Geen.
Jake Thomas Olson.
Ryan Jacob Dang.
Ryan Matthew Pavlik.
Taha Hussein.
Aditya Sastry.
Candace Eve Bennett.
Dev Shripal Soni.
Brad Lee Hayes.
Precious Chinsaza Uwadoka.
Isaac James Arnold.
Johnny Valdez Jr.
Dominic Gary Bartley.
Rashad Caleb Smith.
Abdul Kareem Muhammad Abu Shaban.
Adam Khan Miklowitz.
Kenneth Merlik Vertudazo Kanugog.
Noah Reese Van Zant.
Shane Claire Lowe.
Brianna Victoria Walker.
Calissa Noel Lauer.
Bryn Gabrielle Palmer.
Sophia Christy Ferrioni.
Nancy Matthew.
Damari Love Davis.
Joy Nicole Whiting.
Patricia Kayan LaCour.
Miracle Venetia Marie Stovall.
Elizabeth Anna Chumar.
Ali Arago Huen.
Neha Mariam George.
Ahmad Arshad Umar.
Charles Zhang Lubin.
Kendall Brooke O'Malley.
Noah Matthew Kirikatu.
Isabella Lenore Valley.
Shauna Marie Joseph.
James William Smith.
Kimberly Lorraine Demrest.
Zain Ahad Salim.
Brandon Anthony Armelin.
Nabu Benny Vargas.
Donovan Isaiah Armelin.
Sakthavel Ramesh.
Cheyenne Ishraq Khan.
Joshua Troy Rowden.
Blake James Avery.
Ogson Tomey.
Case Ali.
Anita Tom.
Shane Shaji Alexander.
Anna Tom.
Thomas Benjamin.
Travion Rashad Pittman.
Ashwin Anil.
Alejandro Najera.
Anissa Grace Andrew Christie.
Gabriella Ronnie Shanar.
Abi Shibu Chelikad.
Marco Javier Romero.
Shalimia Cornelius.
Palavian Desire Williams.
Eliana Guzman.
Marielle Jador McIntosh.
Kyle Richard Kalnan.
Alexis Lena Mauricio.
Jaden Sebastian Daniel.
Gloria Gal Zadrafi.
Justin McKay Candelario.
Alec Chen Zhang.
Tamia Cesare Jones.
Tiffany Ariel Tam.
Kyra Lene Alexander.
Krista Lynn Fu.
Faith Ann Epen.
Marco Milosevic.
Naka George.
Antonio Melcher.
Kate Huixing Chang.
Tyler Dion Savage.
Jenna Megan Bernhard.
Jasmine Jermaine Williams.
Mia Divinacha.
Adrielle Vinny Rivera.
Nadia Casey.
Catherine Nayeli Mendez Andino.
Seth Hoyin Chan.
Yaeli Andrea Rodriguez.
Edward Kobe Gratzer.
Julie Michelle Magana.
Maxwell William Arnold Kraus.
Christopher Ray Ortega.
Bradley Michael Coker.
Sarah Lynn Nolte.
Rahman Hasib.
Rhea Powell.
Dominic Adriel Lane.
Hussam Karam Rassam.
Maria Alvarez Lozano.
Shane C. Thomas.
Erica Citlali España.
Tobias Toes.
Adam Philip Young.
Ariane Madhu.
Vanessa Isabel Camacho.
Dariana Aisha Smith.
Zarini Chazares.
Destiny Deshawn Monet Swafford.
Adanza Genevieve Ekwem.
Roshan Abhishek Mather.
Rohan Joel Lingala.
Tia Nicole Moore.
Samiha Faruqi.
Milton Jaden Paul.
Halen Salisa Garay.
Zainab Nasim.
Kimberly Abigail Garay.
Dhruv Mayank Parmer.
Alia Naim Alameddin.
Radhika Pratap Thacker.
Juan Angel Lopez.
Stephanie Zavala.
Noel Brian Alanis.
Elizabeth Scharf.
Jordan Elizabeth Cruz.
Chloe Wenchi Pham.
Iman Fatima Husseini.
Elizabeth Rain Ward.
Micah Charles Lemuel Carter.
Taylor Antoinette West.
Kanisha Kurana.
Wilmer Josue Rodriguez.
John Paul Fonseca.
Alan Simonian.
Alyssa May Lee.
Amy Patel.
Renata P. Roy.
Jonathan Jer Montano.
Jaden Bengen.
Richard Anthony Montez.
Brianna Elizabeth Huckleby.
Sagan Sachdeva.
Houston Darnell Bowen Jr.
Jaya Sundry Mather.
Sebastian Taylor Bazralian.
Safi Modi.
Presley Marie Bettis.
Alim Abdulali Momin.
Nora Wahid Ali.
Jordan Skillern.
Osman Muhammad Huda.
Trevor Chase Whitfield.
Madeline Grace Gonzalez.
Maris Alexis Osso.
Trayton Dwayne Kent.
Rachel Marie Thomas.
Victor Chang.
Lance St. Clair.
Alana Jade Boston.
Allison Marie Steck.
Jared Luis Chavez.
Mariana Nages.
Patrick Jamail Devon.
Bryce Dellen Morris.
Jaden Ezenwa Aguneri.
Isaiah Lee Nixon.
Caden Christopher Joseph.
Spencer William Turner.
Mira Nicole Hickle.
Melvin Thompson.
Hannah Julia Abraham.
Linz Joe Thekenneth.
Cameron Sherrod George.
Jacob Thomas.
Kayla Renee Dove.
Asoa Koye Domo.
Anaya Mayette Eugene.
Daniel Eduardo Sapon.
Skylar Amir Bilbo.
Alexander Dimitri Miller.
Colby Johnson.
Cameron Michael Washington.
Derwin Lavon Cooks.
Brant Aaron Moore.
Ryan Palatapil Francis.
Christopher Zhu.
Najim Bassam Abdulabziz.
Harrison Ho Yu Pao.
Alina Ann Lucose.
Eric Jamal Edward Welch.
Dina Yezdi Hormuzdi.
Zicheng Wang.
Ayush Ravi Kathuria.
Brandon Ye.
Rafael Alanis Jr.
Millen Joes Matthew.
Dalton Charles Bazralian.
Angelina Taylor Simons.
Asia Clark.
Matthew Harrison Z.
Jezebel Helena Carranza.
Annabelle Canaville Vargas.
Naban Akbar.
Abhishek Pratap.
Ariana Elizabeth Grade.
Ashanti Nicole McCoy.
Isha Chauthary.
Jonah Suresh.
Joshua Elias Bagby.
Matthew A. Thomas.
Diego Samuel Duplantis.
Juaria Rizwan.
Nicole Angela Frecker.
Caden Taylor Rogers.
Kareem Hassan Abdi.
Christopher Anderson Smith.
Caleb James Banning.
Jabez Matthew.
Chandler Thomas Essel.
Emily Margaret Svoboda.
Lindsay Wenya Lee.
Kayla Dana Thomas.
Hannah Josephine Lewis.
Imani Monet Sellers.
Jason Alexander Arden.
Cassidy Julian Ann Mensa.
Jasmine Cian Gonzalez.
Dylan Deshawn Welch.
Aliana Jasmine de la Cruz.
Rashawn Jermaine Turner II.
Ali Asif.
Alvin Charles Williams II.
Amber Aftab Bawani.
Kaylee Christine Saldana.
Garima Kamnani.
Atalia Bernice Saavedra Mena.
Jamarcus Dwayne Holt.
Grace Love Molden.
Ja'Cory Lakeith Lee.
Dominic Dwayne Vassell.
Cameron Sherrod Hampton.
Olatola Omiale.
Caleb Isaiah Cheers.
Kaylin Brienne Miles.
Gabriela Alexandra Aguirre.
Ziara Alanis Celadon.
Melissa Alejandra Castillo Portillo.
Blanche Lois Janui Tamia.
Aryan Vinay Kotak.
Shaim Siddiqui.
Saranaz Hirani.
Anessa Nicole Ramirez.
Claude Timothy Clemens Young Jr.
Kobe Jameson Sharp.
Ariel Zenobia Cox.
Aliza Amal Zahir.
Alwyn Alex.
Fariha Taha Syed.
Janavi Sanket Desai.
Nicole Baolin Tran.
Gialong Roger Lay.
Valeria Isabel Madrid.
Madison Nicole Babb.
Ayush Kumar Singh.
Michael Chu.
Isaac Noel Okwusogu.
Ariana Marie King.
Sarah Rose Stedham.
Bria Nicole Jackson.
Vaishnavi Virabhadran Mahankali.
Ferris Yasser Arshuk.
Camille Annalisa Thomas.
Riley Elizabeth Bush.
Romer Raphael Proper.
Kayla Franchelle Hamilton.
Robert Ford Turner.
Casey Lane Gray.
Gavin Jean Pingley.
Kieran Tariq Ardoin.
Matthew Bradley Wood.
Haley Lynette Collins.
Zoe McLaughlin.
Madison Leanne Bayham.
Kelvin James May II.
Naya Inez Goody.
Anita Shiva.
Jaya Dwayne Jones.
Hema Rose Martin.
Julius Aaron Barco.
John Benny Petekyle.
Julian Sean Barco.
Mustafa Navid Mirage.
Yashwant Kondalan.
Philip Joseph Thada Sheriel.
Garang Budurajia.
Noel Stephen Thomas.
Joshua Johnson Cherikara.
Nina Elizabeth Vandiver.
Joshua Peyton Griffin.
Andrea Lee Mertz.
William Morgan Johnson III.
Christian Alexander Reyes.
Javon Marquise Lampkins.
Timothy Matthew Mose.
Anamdi Olantunji Cohen.
Darasus Hepzibeth Torres.
Salma Badia Kadri.
Sriabnadan Venkataraman.
Sidra Muna Kadri.
Zaina Fatima Naki.
Emma Grace Bicknell.
Kendrick Jane Turner Johnson.
Mystical Hope Klein.
Dominic Varola, the fourth.
Hayan Alaziz.
Ananda Alyssa Ann Thompson.
Gary Chang.
Cameron Thomas Wilmington.
Anajita Kowo Anawo.
Evelyn Lee Rodriguez.
William Simon Hay, Jr.
Amado Perez.
Christian Emmanuel Hyde.
Stephen Artis Scott.
Samir Altaf Idris.
Jeremiah Alexander Strauss.
Janisa Renee Coleman Blackford.
Jerry Vela Jr.
Ariana Simone Freeman.
Enyanyobong Emmanuel Udodu.
Isai Fernandez.
Yuliani Marabi Ramos.
Julia Nicole Ashworth.
Leanna Washington.
William Webb Hofstetter.
Christina Mary Stephen.
Tiana Monet Henderson.
Jennifer Marie Maris.
Jordan Renard Jenkins.
Vienna Vi Wen.
London Danae Harris.
Shayla Yen Huang Pham.
Trey Marvin Grant.
Elliot Joel Witten.
Robert Edward Grant.
Samin Hanif Nandolia.
Sam Allen Grant.
Misha Rafiq.
Serenity Latrice Gaston.
Alvin Joel Paul.
Caitlin Denise Jaquette.
Aaron Riaz Mumin.
Daniela Lopez.
Carly Marshea Smith.
Chloe Michelle Donovan.
Christopher J. Rogers.
Robert Daniel Davis.
Anise Danique Warren.
Megan Alexis Harris.
Margaret Inyoma Umanakwe.
Will Hayden Jean.
Amin Aklak Siddiqui.
Aman Kanotra.
Deja Dejan Moore.
Angela Marin Denny.
Vivian Tu Mi Wong.
Talia T. Duong.
Abigail Lane Wade.
Yaslin Rosario Sanchez.
Syed Ali Yazdan.
Yasmiri Rosario Sanchez.
DeAndre Moses.
Gianna Venice Edwards.
Adriana Nicole Ramos.
India Suri Coburn.
Trishara Renee Williams.
Dravian Dennis Gardner.
Angel Rain Rax.
Madison Renee Ford.
Celeste Nadina Tunstall.
Luke Richard Garza.
Tara Monet Thomas.
Caleb Michael Camage.
Mohammed Hamza Mahmood.
Austin Min Tuan Lee.
Jordan Elijah Tute.
Kenton Huang.
Shine Daisy Raju.
Jayla Janae Brown.
Yulia Venanitz.
Darius Vaughn First. Xavier Alexander First. Olivia Ashley Anna DeFrancisco. Farhan Nawaz Khan. Giannina Soleil Gomez. Javier Acosta Soriano. Edward Fitzgerald Howell. Jacob Lewis. Puneet Desai. Alexandra Celeste Esquivel. Ethan Raymond Hendry. Cyrus Quentin Johnson. Kahari Meeson Lynch. Jarek Thomas Johnson. Jorge Bermudez. Taha Lewis Ganin. Devin Lachey Edwards. Tiana Elizabeth Jones. Derek Shanming Lu. Sloan Kirkpatrick James. Edward Chen. Rebecca Aliana Jimenez Rito. Deasia Simone Daniels. Delaney Josephine Davis. Amber Megan Grimes. Krishna Parag Kadakia. William Tree Lay. Alexis Mariel Johnson. Robert Alberto Guerra. Christopher Derek Boland. Caitlin Elizabeth Broussard. Ethan Kulkarni. Karen Sarah John. Dominique DeAndre Hunter. Melissa Jalia Ann Klein. Diana Hyatt. Caleb David Curian. Aldrin Kyriakos. Sarah Ali. Anjana Zahir Ali. Justin Danielle Creeks. Brandon Jared Alexander. Serena Viance Hernandez. Joanne Mary James. Anmal Shiraz Lakhani. Ashley Merlin Jacob. Alan Gong Dunn. Denmark Luwag Alvendia. Parva Ratani. Prey Ratani. Alexander Nikolai Bartz. Jennifer K. Elgin. Elise Allen Jones. Kiana Sue. Sarah Ashtapan. Rachel Astapan. Miosha Colette Coleman. Christy Chinatu Ipe. T.L. Chandler. Paul Robin Greer II. Leanna Sakaria Edwards. Coco James Aonsa. Kiana Alanis Malone. Miriam Ahmad. Enyafan Isidore Akpapan. Tavion Deshaun Blackman. Jalen Lachey Farr. Lauren Nate Charles. Maya Takaya Hughes. Jasmine Antoinette Dillard. Rim Shafiq.
Today, we are proud to celebrate the Elkins High School class of 2020, which consists of those seated in front of you, as well as others who are not joining us due to the pandemic. We respect their decision to not participate in today's ceremony, and because we want to recognize all of our class of 2020, including those who may be watching online, we will call their names now.
Timothy Dwayne McSwain, Jr. Tim was a student of mine. He had the kindest heart and the sweetest smile. So I'd like to ask for just a couple of seconds of remembrance for Tim. Thank you.
Marin Ann Abraham.
Manat Mahajan.
Sahira Masuma Ahmed.
Brandon Oliver Mace.
Chiadozi Derek Anozi.
Quatrell Matthews.
Tyler Devon Armagost.
Salil Mishra.
Devon Lee Arthur Blissett.
Brian No.
Ria Isola.
Crystal Masoma Nakmigbu.
Romeo Antonio Bernadotte Jr.
Shabazz Ali Noorani.
John Andrew Castor.
Robel Ali Nuramed.
Ronita Roni Chenemkara.
Joseph Raymond Papillon, Jr.
Alexandra Marie D'Antonio.
Amaritha P. Manoj Kumar.
Jakia Trinette Davis.
Faiza Suha Rahman.
Kevin Dennis.
Vineet Aryan Rao.
Heavy Dien Do.
Maharshi Rathod.
Jude Broderick Ellis.
Maximus Alejandro Rodriguez.
Yasmin Farahani.
Catherine Elizabeth Rosner.
Laura Fong.
Richard Gabriel Salazar.
Dejan Jabari Green.
Rafael Tan San Juan.
Alex Aria Izad.
Eva Elizabeth Servants.
Irene Elsa Jayan.
Divya M. Shabu.
Weipeng Jing.
Lynette Shaju.
Brandon Keith Johnson Lewis Jr.
Ria Sikand.
Joshua Bryant Jones.
Caleb Semi Donovan Eric Smith.
Eric Alexander Joseph.
Sai Sridharan.
Eric Evan Casper.
Clarence Montgomery Turpin.
Macy Carlisle Katapodis.
Livingston Uzoma.
Tyler Rice Kinzer.
Janie Elena Valdez.
Jaron Kong.
Isabel Vilches Galvan.
Megan Chen Konvika.
Yariel Vizcarrondo Colon.
Ashish Kuthuvali.
Gray Alexander Wallace.
Liang Yu Lin.
Harrison Wang.
Darren Guanir Lowe.
Jockeys DJ White.
Justin Xavier Lockett.
Cyrus Josiah Winters. Jia Yun Wu.
Congratulations, class of 2020. Years from now, we'll look back and reflect on how impactful a time this was for everyone. Years from now, we'll be able to tell our children about how we pushed through the obstacles that stood in our way. The class of 2020 may very well be known as the class who sacrificed their senior year, but I believe it'll better be known as the class who did whatever it took to see their goals through to the very end. Today, we stand in awe of the trials we've overcome. The overwhelming support from our parents, mentors, and teachers is a testament to that. It is with this same energy that we must enter adulthood to stand up to the challenges that may stand in our way. To close, life will happen wherever you are, but it's up to you what you make of it. In the end, I think we proved to the world that it is ours to conquer because this is whose house? Thank you.
Congratulations, and make sure you gather all of your belongings before you clear the field. Thank you.